So, on my last video, I talked about not being desperate, and I give you guys a story of what happened when I was at the club this past weekend. Now, another story. And this is, both of these points are very important. Both of these videos are very important. This is about friendship. This video is about friendship because we all know how important it is to have good friends in our life. And we all know how bad it can be for our own life if we have the wrong type of people in our circle. The guy who I went out with Saturday night to the clubs is not really your player type of dude. He's kind of average, or I would even put him at least a little bit below average. And he has a decent job. He makes decent living. By decent, he actually makes pretty good living, I think. I don't know the exact numbers. I think it's anywhere from 50 to 60 grand a year right now. And where I live, that's a lot of money, or that's a pretty good amount of money to live comfortably. And he's not in the best shape. He lost a lot of weight since last I saw him, but he's still pretty skinny. He still has kind of a beer gut. And I think his hair is thinning as well, you can tell. And you can see that, like, he doesn't have jawlines or anything. His face is fluffy looking. Um, it's a lot. As I said, he lost a lot of weight, so it's a lot better than what he looked. But he can still do a lot better. He still has a lot more work to do. So he then dresses up like a frat boy as well. So that doesn't really help him that much either, because frat boys, if you're a frat boy and you are in shape and you have a lot of connections and you throw the parties at your place, that's a different story than you looking like that and also not being the best looking guy in the room and going out and meeting people who are strangers to you. And on top of that, this guy's, I think, in his late 20s. I think he's 26, 27. And I'm in my early 20s. So he has a lot of disadvantages. I get it. I have a lot of advantages over him. And I'm also a little bit taller than him. I'm 6 feet tall, and he's, I think, 5'8", 5'9", something like that. So, but again, 5'8", 5'9" isn't bad for those of you guys who are watching this and you are 5'8", 5'9". But anyways, and also he checks himself out before he even goes and approaches a girl. And when he does approach a girl, he doesn't have any game. He doesn't know what to talk about. He just talks about boring subjects like, what do you do for work, where do you go, this, that, and the other. He doesn't know how to build sexual tensions in between conversations. And yeah, it's just like, game is something that I cannot teach you guys in one or two or even five videos. This is something you have to go out and try it on your own. I can only give you some blueprints, some ways to build some sort of attachment, or not attachment, but some ways to build some sort of attraction. But it's still something you need to be trying on your own, and you need to see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, what seems authentic when you say it. And when you get rejected, go back and play it in your head, the things you told her and how she reacted to that, and think about it, how I can say it in a better way next time. That's what really comes down to learning game. It would take me a long time to make a video. Like, the video would be very long, very long, probably an hour, over an hour, couple hours maybe, to break down how to learn game. And even then, I don't think you guys would learn it efficiently or proficiently. That's why I don't go that route. I'm not a pickup artist guy here. So he doesn't have any of that. But he thinks he does. He's kind of this arrogant dude who's just arrogant without any value. If that helps you understand a little bit. Anyways, fast forward to that night. We're going out, the first club we went to. I struck up a conversation with a group of girls. Well, no. We sat down. This group of girls were sitting next to us. They told us to come over to them. I looked at them. I said, "No, you come here." We did not go up. Even though those good-looking girls, some of them are ugly, some of them are pretty hot. I said, "No, you come here." She's like, "No, there's two empty chairs here." I'm like, "Yeah, there's two chairs right here we're sitting on. You bring your chairs over here." They didn't, and we didn't go either. We didn't go over there either. My friend said, "Hey, I'm gonna get you a beer. You're out, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he got up to get some beer, and then I got up to walk across to this one girl who's sitting by herself, and her friends, I think, left or whatever. I think I saw her earlier with her friends or whatever. I went over there and talked to her. I started a conversation with her, and these girls who just told us to go over there, they got extremely jealous. But that's just to give you guys a little bit of an entertainment story on that. So I started talking to her. My friend comes over, and her friends come over. My friend cannot even keep her friends, or at least one of her friends, entertained. And I'm talking to two girls right now. And the other girl looked really bored talking to my friend. So the two girls who I'm talking to obviously saw her friend being bored with my friend, saw their friend being bored with my friend, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go talk to our friend now. I'm like, yeah, no worries. And so I took my buddy and got him out of there, and I said, bro, you're killing it. You're killing me. You need to keep the conversation rolling. Like this girl who on my right hand side, she moved over and sat next to her friend so she doesn't get bored. That's how bad my friend's game is. And after that, we go to another group of girls. Well, we're sitting down right now, and girls are come walking by in front of us. And this other group of girls who like looked at me, and then looked a little bit longer. Again, choosing signal. And I said, "Hey, come here." She heard me. She came over here. I started talking to her. Her friend starts talking to him. These two guys come in between us. I guess these two guys knew my friend. And they say, "Hey, bro, what's up? What's going on?" My friend starts striking up a conversation with these two guys. And this girl who's next to him is just getting completely ignored by him. And so I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And so the girl who I was talking to, she looked at her friend. Her friend looked bored again. They left. Like, bro, you're killing me, dude. He's like, dude, these two guys started talking to me, and I couldn't just tell them to stop. I'm like, no, you couldn't, but you can. There's multiple other ways to give somebody a hint that, hey, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm busy. Right? Like, come on, bro. You're killing me. Anyways, moving on to again, we get out of the club, and we're gonna go to another club. Group of three women. These women are a little bit older now. I think they're in their late 20s, maybe early 30s. So these women are really easy. One of them had a ring, the other two didn't. One of the other two who didn't, I introduced myself to her. And none of these women, even though they're a little bit older, they're not bad looking. They're okay looking. And I start striking up a conversation with her. She looks at me like she's about to take me home right now with her. Like I can tell her down there is tingling already. It's wet. Again, I'm not bragging, guys. This is just game. And before you guys have this misconception about me that I'm this game guru that knows how to game every single girl, let me just tell you one thing. I have slept over 100 girls. My body count's in the triple digits, obviously. And I've been rejected probably over 6, 7, 800 girls, even close to 1,000, even more. Just to give you guys an idea. So, no, I'm not this game guru. My rejection rate is way, way, way higher than my success rate. That's how I learn a lot of these things that I know now. It's from experience, trial and error. And do I advocate that? Yes, but only limit your time, because I spent years doing this, chasing ass, chasing tail. I could have used that same amount of time and money that I spent taking girls on dates for on something way more productive. Anyways, so I'm talking to her, and another thing you have to understand about game is that you cannot game someone if they're not attracted to you. That girl has to be attracted to you at least a little bit before you game her. If she's not attracted to you at all or very low interest, it's gonna be really hard for you to game her. So no, just because I tell you these success stories, you know what? I'll share some horror stories with you guys too some other time. Okay, I'll let you guys know. I'll put it all out there in front of you on the line about my horror stories, about me acting desperate, me acting like a blue pill simp. I've done it all. So anyways, so I'm gaming her. And my buddy again standing next to me, not even talking to this time to her friends. Maybe he was not attracted to them or whatever. But dude, at least do something. Like, you know, if you haven't practiced with the ugly girls, this is for guys who actually want to go put themselves out there in the dating scene or in the market or in the game, and then game girls and get results. This is for those type of guys. If you haven't built up your practice and confidence to go up to talk to ugly girls, when you see a hot girl or a cute girl, you're gonna break down. You're gonna have a nervous breakdown. You're not gonna be able to close that. You have to be comfortable in your own skin, and start slow, man. Start low. Take baby steps. There's no rush. You don't have to jump to a 9 or a 10 to talk to them. And I think that's what was going through his head, is like, oh man, she's not my type. I'm not gonna go do it. Like, bro, you don't even have the game. So why are you being picky right now? At least build that foundation up first. Then you go and improve your skills. But when you don't even have the skills, then what are you doing? And I can tell he's being irritated. While all of these time I'm getting the results that I'm wanting with girls, at least I'm being able to talk to them. They're being flirty back with me. I'm being handsy with them, putting my hands on their butt, this, that, and the other, dancing with them, having them twerk on me. He's not getting any of it. There's a couple other stories I left out, but yeah, we talked to some other girls and same thing happened. He was on the side just zoning out or making her friends bored while I was enjoying her other friend for a little bit. And then nothing happened because I didn't have a good wingman. And then we go out, and guys, I'm not at that advanced of a level of a game where I'm gonna just wing it her and her friend by myself. Okay, I'll give you guys that. I'm not that advanced. I'm probably in the intermediate or high intermediate level, or even very low advanced level, if that makes sense. So we go to this next bar. I think this is the story I talked about in my last video. This next bar that's about to be shut down in 30 minutes, because that's the time they close. And I find these group of two girls. I go up to them, talk to them by myself. I start the conversation by myself, and one of them starts twerking on me and this, that, and the other. And this other guy comes into the equation, and he starts acting desperate, and then he leaves. And I talked about him in my last video. Go check it out when I titled it "Don't Be Desperate." And he leaves, and then this girl goes onto the pole. The club there was poles, dancing poles, and so she danced on the pole. And she came back down. She came up to me, and I noticed a tattoo on her chest right here. I said, "Oh, how far does that tattoo go down?" I put my finger right here on her tank top, and I pulled it down. Literally see her nipples at this point. And I grabbed her left breast and pinched her nipple. She started moaning on my ear. Anyways, my friend is witnessing all of it. Like, we're dry humping each other, whatever. We're humping each other from the front now. Like, she was twerking on me, now we're humping each other from the front. And my friend is witnessing all of it. He goes, "Bro, hey, I'm going to go, man. You just go home with them." I look at him, I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Bro, just hold on a second." Because at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be taking home any of these girls, or even if I'm going to go home with them. And then, next thing I know, I turn back at him. He's gone. He just literally left me with these two strangers. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to have a ride back home now. Thankfully, I was able to close the deal and go home with them. But guys, this just tells you that these are the type of people you need to stay away from. You know, it's not just friendship. There's a lot of people in your life, in your surroundings, your family members, classroom roommates, or whatever, are people who are not going to be there for you when you need them the most, in your most vulnerable time, in your hard time. And those are losers, in my opinion. Because if you're going to claim that you're my friend, you're going to take me out with you. Before we even went out that night, I asked him, I'm like, "So why do you always want me with you?" He said, "Bro, because you get all the girls." So he knew this would happen. He knew I would go out and have fun with girls. So when you know that and you still invite me over with you, tell me to come over with you, and then you pull this crap, you're gone from my book, dude. No second chance, nothing. Because these are the type of people. What if we were in a life or death situation today and I would have died? What then? People are always out here watching for themselves, and you need to too. You need to do that as well. Now, yeah, I was kind of stupid into not picking up the cues. I mean, I did pick up the cues that he was getting irritated at me, but I didn't realize he was gonna go to that extreme and leave me. Could I have been proactive and prevented that? I could have tried, but I'm not there to be proactive to prevent my friend from leaving me. I'm there to have a good time and enjoy my time with the ladies if they come to me. And him and I were having fun too. It's not like I was completely ignoring my friend. We're laughing, we're talking about things, we're having a great time too. And he, out of nowhere, he just switched gears and started acting like that. Like, dude, why are you? First of all, why are you taking it that seriously, that personally, that you're getting rejected or you're not having the results that I'm having? That's a problem right there itself. That's a personal problem that you need to face on your own. That why am I so jealous or frustrated that some other guy who's my friend, quote unquote, is getting what I'm wanting to get? You shouldn't be mad or frustrated or jealous, any of that. If I'm out and about with my boys and I see my boy being a player and getting all the results, I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. I'm going to pump him up. Not the other way around. These are the type of people you need in your circle. You need people who pump you up. You need people who celebrates you on your success and has your back on your downtime. There's going to be a very small amount of people in your lifetime who's going to do that for you. But as soon as you find that person, as soon as you know this is that person, you want to hang on to them and you want to respect them and you want to reciprocate the same type of energy towards them. Don't take these people for granted. And the other type of people who are only there for your good times and on your bad times, and they're nowhere to be found in your bad times, and they're two-faced like that, don't hesitate a single second to get rid of them out of your life. Doesn't matter who this person is. If you don't, you're the one who's going to suffer. Don't come at me and tell me that I didn't warn you. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe, share this to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.